Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching today. I brought a pretty much a important uh, content which gonna help the most of the retailers, especially in the e-commerce website. So there is a huge problem to identify who are your customers, what kind of products they are watching it, and how good you convert them into the sales, right? You can do kind of like experiment and understanding the price variation from your website, e-commerce website, to other, right? And how well you can hook your customers and give them a better quality personalized experience, right, with the help of search for the retailers. So how it's gonna work. So whenever your e-commerce website you list of the products in your stores or in your website, and you can identify who is visitors, what kind of products they are looking, and how good we can serve them, how long they visited, what kind of a search they generally do it. So this will help you to improve your fast selling item, and you can under events the user is generating that, and you can call the user if you find some difficulties, and you can turn it into the sales, right? Let's dive into the search for a retailer. What I have done it here, so I kept three branches, right? Branch 0 is going to be a default one, and that I kept the three products, and the products is going to looks like this, right? The moment if I gone here, right? So these are my three products, right? Which are the sweatshirt, right? So which is like in red in color, right? It comes into my category of apparel and shirts, right? It's been tagged into shirt sports, right? So if you go back here and look at this JSON one, I've given the name of the ID, the GSTN number, right, and the title of this Google V-neck sweat, right, and it's gonna show us like when it's been manufactured, a short description into that. So what is price for it? What the ratings of this users given, and the URLs and the images. Usually, the kind of like person can see it into the website, the ones like what category it's falls under, what is the size, it's going to show it. So similarly, I've created my three products. It's going to be a simple JSON one, which you can straight away write it down, and then you can publish it, and you can start seeing it, right? So who is accessing what kind of like shirts ones. So let's go that. So that this is my data, and I might have my user data. I can see it here, how many user events are happening. It's going to be stored into your bucket, and you can see is like how many users are looking at like the catalogs, right? So you can have the list of the ones, and you can have the range, what they are gonna looking and purchasing it. And you have the dashboard. The dashboards is gonna gives you the recommendations as well, right? So if you look at here, it's gonna left hand side, it's gonna show us like what are the kind of queries happen per day, right? How many requests is being comes in. So it's gonna help you to see, right, how what are the products it's gonna be people most frequently seeing it and the events. And you can start creating the experiment. So experiment is gonna be one thing. It's gonna gives you a kind of A/B fairness test. So from your store products to the other stores ones, and you can see it, right, how well your competitors are pricing quoting, right, and you can done this experiment for the date range, and then you can know from the results of it, right, so what kind of like variant you wanted to do it. And you have this analytics on top of it to understand what kind of a recommendations is gonna be comes from your e-commerce website. There are gonna be bunch of the recommendations metrics we can build it on top of it, and what could be the rate, right? What is the purchase rate? Our average order rate is going to be comes into the one, and you have the models as well. So the models is going to be uh, what I'm trying to use. The model ID is going to be recently viewed. So if you click it here, the moment you go here, and you can see it's like who are watching our product recently, right? So whenever the search is hit, it's gonna show those details. So let me see it right. They're gonna be default searches happening, the 15 ones. And how this gonna works it right? Let's me do that. When it comes here, right, and the moment if the product which they wanted to look, which they wanted to be, okay. So let's see, it's like I'm gonna make a REST API call, right, and it's gonna be how it's gonna works it like from your e-commerce website somebody has right crewneck searching it, right. The moment you hit it, it's gonna shows you right what they're actually looking into the ones, right. Let's see, it's like what they are looking at this. They are looking, okay, they are looking a kind of sweatshirt. So the moment if it comes it right, you can see it right how well the query is been into the 15 now, and this is my query which is like API call. What happens, right? So it's gonna be some issue, right? Let me fix that. So I make the post call, right? It's gonna show us like what recently viewed the recommendation, and we can have the visitor one as well, right? So who is the user who visited the store? It's gonna be visitor one. Let me run the API. Okay, so I make couple of ones. It's gonna be fair. It's gonna background. It's gonna be happens, right? It's gonna have those kind of like search capabilities, right? So whenever the user comes and try to visit the store or pick up the store ID, you can run it and you can do that. Let me fix this one. The query is like the one. So I already run this one a couple of times. That's where there gonna be issues to post the new one, which I needs to be changed. But how it's gonna looks like, I'm gonna show the earlier. So whenever you run that, it's gonna show you that visitor one is visited into the place, and it's gonna is pick up in the store ID and what price and discount, and you can straight away you can see that in your store, right? So who actually visited, how many um, kind of queries there are. Like earlier it was 16 and it's 15, it is 16 now, and you can start doing once with your branch ID, with your visitor and your user ID and date, and you can know what they're trying to purchase from your site. And here we are gonna get the data quality as well. So it means like what could be the kind of like the relevance, the popularity and revenue optimize, and the personalized revenue optimize. What does it means? Like you can configure a lot if someone is trying to see that, right? So some products, and you can identify how well they're gonna seeing it, and then you can start uh, with the data. You can call them, and you can see is like how well this data is gonna work for you as well. You can set it up alert, which are the popular ones, right? And how can you can see is like number of the search, right? If it's been more than 90 days, it's been high, right? So it's gonna be tell us like the events have been high in this particular product, and what are the percentage of the products as well. You can set the ballots. So it's kind of like nice AI for the retailers, the search for AI, because most of the retailers has a problem to keep what kind of products there needs to be into their website, and how their users are uh, trying to purchase them. So this is going to help them. That's going to improve their product quality, right? So, and setting it into the one place, right? They can monitor entire their stores and products, and it help them to take a decision with the help of the data. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this one, and if you like it, please share and subscribe, and that help me to get more